All right. I'm going to talk in a low voice, only because it's way more dramatic, and I guess people give a fuck more if it sounds like I give a fuck. All right, so I was living in Belize, and we had well, before I was living in Belize, I was living in Mexico in Puebla, and the party I was with and hanging out with and living with, we ended up with 3 dogs inadvertently. We just wanted one, but we ended up with a pair, and then the second order showed up, and there was another one, so we had 3. So do the math. That's how it kind of works. Anyway, 2 of them were absolute puppies, like fresh out of the litter. Didn't know how or where to shit. The other one was like already a mom. She was already like 5 years old, 6 years old, and a hardcore little bitch. And she was beautiful. Her name was Kitty. Yeah, I know how corny that sounds. And I don't know, I might have a mental block, but I don't even know if I remember if we named her Kitty or if her name was actually translated into Kitty from Mexican, because that would make it actually more funny if the Mexican owners named her Kitty and translated it for us to get the joke. And, and here. Yeah, we just paid pesos, and it's like, hey, here, have a dog. And, because our communications got screwed up when we were trying to order a dog, we ended up ordering another dog, which turned out to be 2 dogs. And they were like, 2 from the same litter, but they were absolute pups. Absolute puppies. And they were cute as fuck. They were absolutely, when it comes to cuteness, they're the bee's knees. I don't even want to do this, but actually, if you go to my Robert J. Morris channel, you could actually go and see videos of the puppies, and they're the cutest shit. Yeah, and it's fun as hell. However, I want to talk about one of those puppies in particular, and how, as a metaphor, it relates to a lot of you out there. Okay? You're gonna hate this. So if you're susceptible to getting your feelings hurt, you probably want to hit the stop button now, move on to one of my other podcasts where I'm not talking about you, and to something else I'm being funny about. But I'm being funny about you right now. So I can hear my puppy drinking water in the background. And it's distracting because she's actually licking so loudly, like she wants to fucking distract me. Hey, shut the fuck up back there. Hey, what are you doing? Go play with your bone. Go lay down. Anyway, sorry. Family comes first. Unfortunately, my only family is this fucking arrangement I have where I feed this beast, and she stops people from breaking in and stealing my shit. Right? What do you got to say? Oh, I don't think the mic picked up her tail wagging, going whack 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 whack. Yeah, I don't think the microphone picked that up. But anyway, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So moving forward into this story, we had names for these dogs, like most people, like most sane people have names for their animals, right? Yeah. So we had the tiniest one we called Fizz because she was the most excitable. She was like always fizzing. Wasn't my idea. It sounds fucking corny as fuck. It wasn't my idea at all. I had a completely different name for her, and I won't even say it. But the one I did name was a boy, and he was like a total little pussy. but I named him Bear. I was like, if I name you Bear, you're going to be the fucking baddest ass fucking dog ever. Even though you're only like shorter than 20 inches. But you're going to be fucking badass. You know what? He really was. At the end of the day, actually, he still is. Actually, no, he actually turned into a fucking jackass. But I digress. I'll talk about him in another podcast. We're on about Fizz. Kitty, on the other hand, just as a side note, Kitty, the old mom, yeah, she did her best. She did her best to be a mom to these two pups. They weren't hers. I don't know if she felt responsibility or just, you know, that, what do you call it? That mom mentality. It's disgusting when you think about it because really she didn't give a shit. She only gave a shit when they were around her. Other than that, boom, bada bang, do whatever you do. But going back to Fizz, she was a doll. She was an absolute sweetheart as a puppy. But by the time we moved to Belize, well, she was getting into her younger, those feminine years. You know, the ones where you bleed every so often. Yeah, the girls know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. And that means the eggs are going, huh? And so are the hormones. So anyway, we're in the backwoods in a Belize village in a lagoon, and there's a lot of side roads. And on those side roads are a lot of wild dogs. And these wild dogs, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you don't think they could sniff out a young, bleeding dog vagina? No, come on. No, of course they can. All of them. Oh, and they're all like... And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all they say. Even while they're fucking her, they're like... So, long story short, fucking... She gets loose. She goes across 10 acres of fucking land. Gets ass raped by these fucking monster fucking street dogs. You'll understand why I'm laughing later. I'm not laughing at her predicament because it's not funny at all. It was horrible. It was horrifying. It's horrifying. And the poor girl comes back and she's whimpering. She's like, and we're like, oh, God damn it. What happened to you? And she's like covered in semen. Her fucking fur is matted down. And she's a short-haired, like a panda doodle or whatever the fuck they call those things. And fucking, we realize her dog vagina is like swollen, like really bad. Like she literally just got ass raped and vagina raped and road raped by a bunch of mean dogs. It's like, fuck. Well, that'll learn you for getting off the leash. I mean, if this was 1980s or 1990s, fucking parents would be like, hey, you shouldn't have fucked off. You wouldn't have gotten into that shit now, right? Am I not right? Anyway, but no, in today's world, it's like, oh my God. Oh, let's tear down some fucking statues. Anyway, I digress. So we actually had to take her to a vet and get a plan B. You know what the plan B is. I don't want to say it, but you know what it is. So that was done. And she's cool. Fed her a bunch of food, coddled her, made sure that she was all right and stuff, right? And oh yeah, we had a 40-foot tether that she'd be like okay to run around and be well away on a 10-acre property. She'd be well away from those street dogs. Yeah. Fuck that. The second she got out the door, she fucking bolted and went right back to the street and got her ass raped again. Ass and other bits. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it was like, fuck. Can we get a plan B a second time? I mean, she ran out there with a swollen dog vagina. It's absolutely horrible. Now, I ask you this. How is this a metaphor for everybody here living the life in the Five Eyes? Figure it out for yourself. Because you're all getting yourselves ass raped and you go back and you love it and you want more. Dickheads. Get the fuck out of my face.